In this problem, we're asked to use the distance formula and the midpoint formula. We want to find the length and the midpoint of the line segment whose endpoints are 2, -2 and 5, 2. So let's just first write down the distance formula. The distance formula will give us the distance between these 2 points, and that will be the length. The distance formula is given by the square root of x sub 2 minus x sub 1 quantity squared plus the quantity y sub 2 minus y sub 1 quantity squared. So we'll call our first point x sub 1, y sub 1, and our second point x sub 2, y sub 2. And we'll substitute those values into our distance formula. And we'll get the square root of x sub 2 is 5 minus x sub 1 is 2, quantity squared, plus y sub 2 is 2 minus y sub 1 is -2, quantity squared. And that gives us the square root of 5 minus 2 is just 3 squared, plus 2 minus -2 inside the parentheses gives us 4 squared. And this gives us the square root of 9 plus 16, which is the square root of 25, or 5 units. So the length of the line segment joining 2, -2 and 5, 2 is 5 units long. Now let's calculate the midpoint. The midpoint formula is given by a set of ordered pairs. It's the sum of the x-coordinates, x sub 1 plus x sub 2 divided by 2, and the sum of the y-coordinates, y sub 1 plus y sub 2 divided by 2. And now we'll find the midpoint of the line segment whose endpoints are 2, -2 and 5, 2. So the midpoint of these 2 points would be equal to, let's add up the x-coordinates, 2 plus 5, divide those by 2, and then we'll add up the y-coordinates, -2 plus 2, and also divide those by 2. So we get 7/2 for the x-coordinate, and for the y-coordinate, -2 plus 2 is 0. 0 divided by 2 is 0. So 7/2, 0 is the midpoint.